Are you ever in a situation when you find yourself pondering what it would be like to consume food as if you were on the highest possible level? In the high mountain valleys of Nepal, Bhutan, Tibet, and northern India, what culinary marvels are concealed within the kitchens of these countries? Himalayan cuisine is a new contender that is quietly making its way to the top of the world food scene. This culinary style is gaining popularity all over the world. There have been recent instances in which sushi, tacos, and Korean BBQ have each received their own particular moments of attention. In this day and age, when food is more than just a means of subsistence, it is also an experience, a tale, and even a voyage into heritage. The vast array of Himalayan cuisine is beginning to excite the palates of people all over the world. This was not always the case. However, what is it about it that makes it so special? The cuisine of the Himalayas is not a distinct thing. Rather, it is a harmonious combination of flavors, textures, and culinary traditions that take their inspiration from some of the most isolated and diverse areas on the earth. Tibetan, Indian, Nepalese, and Bhutanese cultures all had an influence on its essence, which is defined by simplicity, wholesomeness, and a profound connection to the natural world. Bhutanese culture shares these characteristics with Tibetan culture. When it comes to the creation of foods, some of the elements that are utilized include barley, lentils, buckwheat, yak butter, wild greens, and root vegetables that are exceptionally durable. In addition to the cold, clean air, the inventiveness of people who live at high altitudes also contributes to the elevation of these substances. The momo, which is a rather straightforward dish, has emerged as one of the most iconic symbols of this cuisine. Momos, which are connected to both the Chinese dumpling and the Japanese gyoza, are frequently filled with minced meat or vegetables and then steamed or fried until they attain a golden perfection. Momos are related to both of these different types of dumplings. Additionally, despite their growing appeal in urban food trucks and sophisticated eateries, they represent something more profound, a connection to the warmth of family and the ancient act of sharing food by hand. This is despite the fact that they are becoming increasingly popular. Nevertheless, Himalayan food is not simply about comfort. It is also about finding a balance between the two. Fermented foods such as gundruk, fermented leafy greens, and sinki, fermented radish taproot, are not only rich in probiotics, but they also serve as examples of traditional preservation methods that have recently gained popularity in the contemporary culinary world, which is becoming increasingly concerned with health. Gundruk and sinki are two examples of fermented foods. The astonishing phenomenon that ancient mountain knowledge now matches so perfectly with current wellness ideals is something that you must acknowledge, don't you think? Then there is Thukpa, which is a type of noodle soup that is packed with meat, vegetables, and aromatic herbs. The highly processed meals that are consumed in urban surroundings are provided with a delicious solution in the form of this scrumptious remedy. It is a fiery cheese and chili stew that utterly turns the concept of comfort food on its head. Emadachi is the name of Bhutan's national dish, and it is a dish that is considered to be the food of Bhutan. In what other part of the world is there something that is as valuable as the routine of using spices on a daily basis? A growing number of people are striving for authenticity in the food that they consume, and Himalayan cuisine is a feast for the senses with its authentic flavors and aromas. Food has a story to tell, in addition to being seasoned by spirituality, ecology, and millennia of survival despite the odds. It is food that has a story to tell. People are becoming increasingly tired of artificial flavorings and imports that are high in carbon, and the indigenous and ecological origins of Himalayan cooking strike a chord and resonate with them at a time when the world is becoming increasingly bored of synthetic flavorings. Culinary specialists working in metropolitan kitchens are beginning to experiment with yak cheese fondues, broths steeped with smoked tea, and lentil dals that are rich in turmeric. This is not just due to the fact that these dishes are innovative, but also because of the nutritional depth that they offer. This region is having a subtle but persistent influence on the palates of people all over the world, as seen by the fact that Himalayan pink salt, which was for a long time considered a product that was only available in a certain market, is today considered a household staple. Additionally, the expansion of Himalayan restaurants in cities such as London, New York, and Melbourne, is helping to the spread of this history to clients all over the world. This legacy is being passed down from generation to generation. Not only are these dining enterprises serving their customers with exquisite food, but they are also helping to create cultural bonds. Diners are developing an understanding of the ceremonial practices that are involved with butter tea, the significance of the Lunar New Year, and the capacity of food to bring mountain people together for the purpose of celebration as well as continuous existence. Furthermore, there is a growing trend among young chefs from the Himalayas to innovate within their own traditions by blending traditional cooking methods with contemporary culinary skills. This trend is a result of the Himalayan region's rich culinary heritage. One example could be buckwheat pancakes covered with wild blueberries and spicy honey, or yak burgers topped with mushrooms that have been foraged in the vicinity. Both of these dishes are examples of traditional dishes. The chefs in question are not only adhering to the established norms, rather, they are expanding upon them in novel ways. Is it possible that the cuisine of the Himalayas might become the new foundation of dining that is ethical, environmentally sensitive, and influenced by the rest of the world? What kind of an influence will its concept of eating locally, seasonally, and with gratitude have on the next generation of chefs and people who are passionate about dining? As more people look for connection, well-being, and authenticity in the items that they consume, it is likely that the Himalayas will finally receive the attention that it deserves on a global basis. This would be a positive development. Himalayan cuisine is more than just a passing craze in the world of gastronomy, which is always looking for new and intriguing things to sample from time to time. The mountains have left behind a legacy that should be experienced by climbing higher, eating more wisely, and experiencing the legacy that the mountains have left behind. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.